During her Ocean of Love lecture tour in 2000, Supreme Master Ching Hai accepted the invitation of sincere truth aspirants to visit this beautiful country and share God's wisdom and love. Please enjoy part 1 of the following insightful lecture titled The Reunion of Souls, delivered by Supreme Master Ching Hai in Auckland, New Zealand on April 27, 2000.
The following is a brief video introduction to the Supreme Master Ching Hai, her works, her teachings, honours received, and acknowledgements of her devoted assistance to the underprivileged, the poor, the sick, and the victims of war and natural disasters which she has offered freely over the years. Please watch that and we'll get on with the rest of the lecture very shortly.
Supreme Master Ching Hai is a world-renowned spiritual teacher, humanitarian, and artist. She has been invited to lecture on the Kuan Yin method of meditation throughout the world and to millions of people. We now invite you to view a short video entitled Walk the Way of Love, an introduction to Supreme Master Ching Hai. We will search high and low for a little love to share with all beings in all corners of the world. Supreme Master Ching Hai, as she has affectionately become known to those who've had the pleasure to meet or work with her, lives a message that walks the way of love. A renowned humanitarian, artist, and spiritual visionary, her love and assistance is extended beyond all cultural and racial boundaries to millions of people around the world, including the needy and the homeless, institutions of medical research on AIDS and cancer, war veterans of the United States of America, the disadvantaged elderly, the physically and mentally handicapped, refugees and victims of natural disasters such as earthquakes, floods, typhoons, and fires. Not only are human beings the blessed beneficiaries of her kindness, animals from different species are also the recipients of her boundless benevolence. Through these works, we witness countless reminders of compassion, which is the trademark of this caring lady, and the international foundation that has grown out of her loving example.
Whatever we can share, begin with sharing. And then we will feel a subtle change in ourselves. More love will be pouring into our consciousness, and we will be aware of something. And that is the beginning. We are here to learn to grow, as well as to learn to use our power, our limitless power of love and creativity in order to make a better world wherever we happen to be.
Supreme Master Ching Hai was born in central Olak. During her early years, she was often found helping hospital patients, the needy, as well as injured animals in whichever way she could. As a young adult, she moved to Europe to study and continued there as a translator for the Red Cross. She soon discovered that pain and suffering exist in all cultures and in all corners of the globe. And her search for the remedy to this became the foremost goal in her life. She was happily married at the time to a German doctor, and although it was an extremely difficult decision for both of them, her husband agreed to a separation. She then embarked on what became a 2-year journey in search for spiritual understanding. Finally, in the deepest reaches of the Himalayas in India, she found an enlightened master who imparted to her the Kuan Yin method, a meditation technique which contemplates on the inner light and sound. After a period of practice, she became fully enlightened. Soon after her return from the Himalayas, at the earnest request of those around her, Master Ching Hai shared the Kuan Yin method with others, encouraging them to look within to find their own greatness. People from all walks of life found that through the Kuan Yin method of meditation, they attained greater fulfillment, happiness, and peace in their daily lives. Before long, invitations arrived from the United States, Europe, Asia, Australia, Africa, and South America, as well as important organizations for Master Ching Hai to give lectures.
The peace and love that we most often talk about and seek, we have within ourselves. Mais les conséquences, c'est pas pareil. Es ist nur eine ununterbrochen Anstrengung. The future is in our hands. So you make it beautiful or you make it worse. It's up to you.
As well as being a noble example of humanitarian aid, Master Ching Hai also encourages people to beautify the world we live in. Through meditating with the Kuan Yin method, Master Ching Hai has realized many spontaneous talents that she expresses through artistic paintings and creations, music and poetry, and aesthetic jewelry and clothing designs, expressing the inner and outer beauty of the cultures and peoples she has met. In 1995, upon the demand of the public, her clothing creations were toured on the international fashion circuit, including London, Paris, Milan, and New York. The income generated from her artistic creations has enabled Supreme Master Ching Hai to create an independent source of funding for humanitarian activities in support of her noble mission of assisting God's children in their times of need. Although she does not seek acknowledgement of any kind, in recognition of her selfless assistance, Supreme Master Ching Hai has been given awards worldwide by government officials and private organizations on numerous occasions. They include the World Peace Award, the World Spiritual Leadership Award, Award for Promotion of Human Rights, World Citizen Humanitarian Award, Award for Outstanding Public Service to Mankind, 2006 Goosey Peace Prize, Los Angeles Music Week Certificate of Commendation, and First Place Silver for the 27th Annual Telly Awards 2006. In addition, October 25th and February 22nd have been proclaimed as the Supreme Master Ching Hai Day in the United States.
She is the light of a great person, an angel of mercy for all of us.
Agradecer la Suprema Maestra su liderazgo, agradecerle su optimismo, agradecerle ese don de gente que tiene que la hace tan única y tan especial.
Una impresión muy grata de ver un corazón tan noble, tan dispuesto a servir. Ella está sirviendo a todos los seres humanos, está sirviendo al planeta para salvarlo, para rescatarlo. Tiene un corazón noble, pero también un gran liderazgo. Sé que van a suceder las cosas que tienen que suceder.
Supreme Master Ching Hai is one of the truly dedicated people of this era, helping others find and create a beautiful vision of our future. Many great people in history have had a dream, and in her own words, so does Supreme Master Ching Hai.
I dream that all the world will become peaceful. I dream that all the killing will stop. I dream that all the children will walk in peace and harmony. I dream that all the nations shake hands with each other, protect each other, and help each other. I dream that our beautiful planet will not be destroyed. It takes billion, trillions of years to produce this planet, and it's so beautiful, so wonderful. I dream that it will continue, but in peace, beauty, and love.
For whatever reason you have come tonight, perhaps the underlying reason is that we are all searching for something. As I too have been searching and believe I have found my answers in this method of meditation. While practicing this meditation, you feel more loving, alive, happier, rejuvenated, and healthier than ever before. A natural, peaceful state is present throughout our daily lives, and this helps us to be more efficient in our daily work and being able to resolve situations that may have been previously daunting. By connecting with the inner light and sound, we can experience more peace and harmony and be more fulfilled in our everyday life. On a personal note, I have been fortunate to be practicing the Kuan Yin method for almost 6.5 years now. I feel I can do no justice with words to even begin to describe the beauty not just seen within, but experienced daily through this meditation. Such an incredible radiance and almighty energy is beyond description or words. Master Ching Hai's teachings were shared with me without binding, charge, or conditions. Yet I have received so much. I am forever grateful to Master Ching Hai for sharing this precious gift of love. At best, all I can do is humbly invite you all to experience the divine yourselves. There are 2 meditation techniques taught by the Supreme Master Ching Hai, which you are most welcome to learn tonight if you are interested. The first is the Kuan Yin method of meditation. The words Kuan Yin means observation of the inner vibration. The heavenly music is mentioned in many of the Holy Scriptures as the Logos, or word in the Bible, the Nada and Shad in Hinduism, and inner sound stream in Buddhism. These are just some examples. This word or divine vibration vibrates within life and sustains the whole universe. The inner melody can heal all wounds, fulfills all desires, and quench all worldly thirst. It is because we are made of this sound that contact with it brings us peace and contentment to our hearts. After listening to this sound, our whole being changes and our entire outlook on life is greatly altered for the best. This method of meditation is easy to learn and can be practiced by all people regardless of your lifestyle, social customs, religious beliefs and affiliations. It is composed of two parts, the inner light and inner sound meditation. And those who choose to practice this are required to meditate for 2.5 hours each day. The second form of meditation is called the convenient method of meditation. This can also benefit you enormously. It can help you feel more at ease both physically and mentally, and to live a life of greater peace and happiness. This method only requires half an hour each day of meditation. This was developed as an introduction to meditation with the option to learn the Kuan Yin method being available at any point when ready. If anyone is interested in learning any one of these two meditations taught by the Supreme Master Ching Hai, following the question-answer session, this will be free of charge. Working staff will be on hand in the foyer to help guide you to the registration desks. I've come to realise that this is about developing ourselves, our souls, to a level of love that is beyond any energy I have ever known, experienced, or imagined. I figured, well, we study at school and we develop our bodies and minds. It only seems natural to me that the soul may want the same. It is the higher love experienced, not just talked about, which drives us all to want to share with others what we know and experience daily through meditation. On this note, I would like to introduce to you our guest speaker, Karen, who would like to share with you her experiences since practicing the Kuan Yin method of meditation. Thank you.
Kia ora, tatou katoa. Welcome to you all. Wow, it's great to see so many soul searchers out there and seekers. I'd just like to say how blessed and fortunate we are tonight to have the Supreme Master Ching Hai visit our shores of Aotearoa, New Zealand. I will now just like to say a few words about how I came across the Kuan Yin form of meditation and my experiences of this. Even as a young girl, I've been extremely curious, a searcher to the meaning of life, why we are here and why we have to undergo so much misery. I always believed that God was out there. I never knew that he was within us. I got extremely disillusioned with the world. I travelled the world and all I saw beautiful things, but I also saw a lot of misery. So I turned to things, the material world, such as drugs and alcohol, money, things that I thought would make me happy, but, it just brung much suffering. My life came to a crossroad and I was led into the field of social work. So in my 4th year of university, I was reading the newspaper and I came across an article on a spiritual day. And so I sort of thought about it and I thought, didn't take much thought of it. And then coming back from my Sunday ritual to the flea market, it popped into my mind and I thought, shall I go to this day or not? And my immediate thoughts were no. Got an excuse for, I've got too much to do, haven't got enough time, got to go to a party, everything but what I should be doing. Because you find that your conscience either accuses you or excuses you. And it was most certainly trying to excuse me. And so anyway, God would not have a bar of this, and so off I was in Long Bay at this spiritual day. And I was just cruising around, sort of looking at everything, and nothing came out and got me. I wasn't passionate about anything. But then from a distance I saw the Kuan Yin stall and I took a closer look and I thought at first, who are they? But Then I took another little step closer, and I thought, gosh, they look so healthy and so happy. What do they have that I don't? So I went up and I took a free sample booklet and went on my merry way home, and I read it, and I just thought, I felt so inspired. It was exactly what I was into, vegetarianism, thou shalt not kill. And so, it was instant affiliation with me. I was overcome with joy and inspiration with everything I found in the Kuan Yin booklet. Because I was already a full vegetarian, I was very fortunate to be initiated within a month. I felt that I just could not let this opportunity of 1,000,000 years or a lifetime go. I just wanted to have it because I knew the benefits of it, and it was so good. The day I picked up the Kuan Yin booklet was the day my life changed forever and for the better. Kuan Yin has brought me great happiness, joy, and inspiration into my life. I am currently working with people with mental illness and also youth with severe behavioural problems, and I think half the staff and the clients think I'm way more manic than they are because, I'm just so happy and just got so much energy all the time. The benefits are in abundance, and you notice the whole change in energy around you and your whole atmosphere. My sister and her partner are now initiated because they just want to jump on this spiritual train as well because they know it makes them feel so good. They've realised that you do not find happiness in the material world. But like all human beings, once initiated, we still have to face the challenges that arise. For me, that has been difficult at times. We all have our ups and downs, but even on my downs, I realised that I never doubted Kuan Yin. I more doubted myself and my own personal weaknesses, but I soon got over these with more meditation. My greatest challenge since being initiated was 2 old school friends committing suicide. This of course made me so sad, but I never could go to the depths of depression like I could before I was initiated. I feel meditation for me, it allows you to cope better with even little things and also with huge things, such as this tragic event. There are so many suffering people in the world, and it made me realise that people would never harm themselves or harm each other if they had the knowledge of the bigger picture and the inner power from the inner light and inner sound in meditation. So I just wanted to share my story with you tonight because you just can't help but want to share something that makes you so happy, and you've seen the benefits. I've seen the benefits in other people, and you want to help raise the consciousness of the land, and this in turn will bring world peace. So I feel I have now awoken my sleeping soul, and I look through very different eyes. What can I say but get enlightened? We are in a very privileged position tonight to be in the presence of a true living master, the Supreme Master Ching Hai. She has the key, and it's your birthright. Take it. Thank you very much for listening to me.
Thank you very much, Karen. I'd like to introduce to you now Avril, our next guest speaker.
Kia ora. I'm a bit shorter than them. Is that fine? Tēnā koutou katoa, ko Avril pō toku ingoa, no Kemureti te tauri, te matua, no Aida te aukaka te whaia, ko Napo inui tonu te iwi. I want to pay tribute to God tonight and thank him for sending our Supreme Master Ching Hai to our shores of Aotearoa. I would also like to thank our kaumātua and queer who are at the moment welcoming our Master, our Supreme Master, with the ceremony according to her distinguished position. I was asked to share with you my experiences as a practitioner of the Kuan Yin method of meditation. My first experience with Kuan Yin was when I attended a spiritual fair in Whangarei. There were several spiritual fairs that charged for their services, and I found one tucked away in a little corner of the stadium, and everything on that stall was free. And this stall was the Kuan Yin method of meditation. I took a pamphlet home, and for several months, Master's photo, as you can see around the stadium, kept attracting my attention. Several months later, my younger sister Lynette rang and told me about a new meditation group that she had just joined, and it was called the Kuan Yin method of meditation. When she started practicing Kuan Yin, I noticed the change in her life. She'd stopped struggling so much. Problems that once overwhelmed her became less of a struggle, and I thought, I almost missed the most beautiful thing in my life. I was given a second chance. I am now a full vegetarian. It's very difficult for me as Māori because I used to love meat and fish. 1 month ago, I became a full initiate, something I'll never regret. My mum is 81, my dad's 82. They have both been very sick for a long time, and since they have been practicing, Master has been guiding them. She has appeared to them in dreams, has looked after them, and even helped them heal themselves, spiritually and physically. We laughed once because Mum said that they were so worried they went to the doctor to see if they were well. So, what more can I say? My husband has also been practicing. Although he does not want to become an initiate yet, he fully supports me in everything I do. He's very strong in character and a very proud person. But I believe the practice has opened a spiritual aspect in him, and softer qualities have also emerged. For me personally, what strikes me the most about all of Master's teachings and the Kuan Yin method of meditation is that, as Master says, we are the light. But the problems are, we're tied up with money problems, with work, with all the information that keeps coming at us every single day, every single hour, minute, on the TV, everywhere else. So that often we become engulfed in the problem. It just comes in and engulfs us. This is a problem I often have. Master teaches us that we have to look inward to know who is the boss and what we need to do. Master's teachings encourage me to know that enlightenment is our true nature and that we always have it. And if we have a way to recognize it, that it will always be there. This is where I believe that the Kuan Yin method of meditation and Master's teachings come in. I have searched for someone to elevate my consciousness or wisdom to such a point that whatever problems or challenges I encounter in my life, I will be able to use wisdom to resolve them. And to be able to help others as well, which is a really huge focus of mine, to help others. But you can't help others if you can't help yourself first. Since practicing this method, Master has done this for me and more. One of the things I like most is the promise Master has made to all those who follow her and her path and her guidance with diligence and sincerity, and that promise is that she will always be there for us, and that once connected with her, we will always be connected, no matter where she is in the world. And I can tell you that it's true. I want to thank Master for her purity and infinite love and wisdom, and for being here in Aotearoa, New Zealand, to share it with us here. And I want to say to you all, have a good look at it. Kia ora, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Kia ora.